Hello and welcome to Gigabyte's VIP suite here in Grand Luxe Hotel, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure about the venue name, but so right here is the Wing of Honor, which is Gigabyte's products that have just won the Red Dot Design 2023. So starting off, we have the GPU right here, which is actually something that we can already buy in the market right now. But the one thing special is that they're using a brand new cooler design, the fan design, which is the shark fin fan. They're referring to this as the bionic cooling design, and it does help you in terms of cooling, and it is found in some other higher cards from Gigabyte or AORUS. So moving on clockwise, we have this motherboard here, which is, as you can see here, real fancy. So this is the Z790 AORUS XTREME, and why it won the Red Dot design is because, as said in the plaque here, the expressive look of the cooling system is just as convincing as the accompanying functionalities of the motherboard, and it's kind of obvious why it's so special, right? This M.2 heatsink, it's long, it's big, and yeah, I don't think you have any issue cooling any M.2 SSDs on this motherboard here, especially PCIe Gen 5. And yeah, Gigabyte also has a brand new SSD called the Gen 5 10000, is that correct? So just now was an Intel motherboard, now we have an AMD board instead. This is the X670E AORUS Master, socket AM5, all of the good stuff. And the heatsink for the M.2 SSD is also rather thick, just not as thick as this one. And one special feature it has, actually also found on the other board, is the Easy Latch system, which is a huge boon. So you got fat fingers like me, you can actually unlatch the graphics card easily by just pressing on this button here. Next up, if you want something a bit more minimalist and you don't want the gamery design, then consider the Gigabyte Aero series of products. So we got the Aero GPU here, which is very clean in terms of design, surprisingly no RGB. And then we got other cleaner designs for the motherboard here as well. Now, the reason why this motherboard won the Red Dot design is actually because of its powerful equipment and also minimalist design language. This is the Z790 motherboard. Yeah, even high-end boards are available in the Aero lineup as well. Next up, I want to show you is the monitor. So this is the M32U, which is something that you already can buy in the market right now. But one thing that makes this version unique is because it has the special monitor arm included in the package. And this monitor arm is real unique compared to any other monitor arms that we have in the market. So how it pivots is actually going forward and backwards radially, and then you also have the usual tilt controls, height adjustment, and also pivot as well. One good thing about this design is that I would say it's saving a lot of space as compared to many other monitor arms out there, and it is also available in the 28-inch version, which is that one. And over at the Tech Innovation corner here, this is something unique. As you can see here, zero cables inside. And that is because this is the cable stealth design, and it is paired with their own motherboard and GPU. Both are in the stealth series, I guess. All of the cable connectors are on the rear side of this panel here. And yeah, even the GPU connectors at the back, which is interesting. As you can see, EPS cable for your CPU is here. Your graphics card is here, and then your motherboard 24-pin is here, USB 3 is here, and oh, even your BIOS battery is there at the bottom here. Interesting design. So continuing with the Tech Innovation corner here, this is a gaming laptop, a beast of a gaming laptop actually, the Aero 17X. Of course, it's huge, and with all of the powerful components that it has, up to RTX 4090, Core i9 13980HX, and you're gonna need real beefy coolers. So as you can see here, this laptop is not really that thick, so you don't really have much cooling headroom to deal with. So what they did is to innovate this kind of 4-fan design. This is interesting. So as you can see here, even though it is so thin, it can cool so many of the powerful components because of 4 fans, 2 big ones, 2 small ones, and then this is a large vapor chamber so that the heat can be spread across the entire thing. entire cooler, entire heatsink. And for the AORUS series of laptops is also available in 2 different sizes, but also 2 different series. So these 2 laptops here are the 17X and the 15X, whereby those 2 are the 17 and 15, just AORUS 17 and AORUS 15, I mean. And there are differences in terms of its hardware and also its design as well. So as you can see here, the X series will have this kind of sparkly thing, AORUS logo around this corner here, and the non-X versions do not have those. So one thing that I have been asking a lot of laptop manufacturers is to move to GAN chargers, because gaming laptops nowadays you can easily take up to 200 watts. GAN charger is very important in 2 aspects. Number 1, of course, the size, and number 2, efficiency. So Gigabyte managed to make this. This is a 280 watts charger for your laptop. Steel barrel jack, unfortunately. USB Type-C doesn't go up to 280 watts yet. And this charger is super tiny, very lightweight, surprisingly lightweight, because GAN is usually a lot denser. And then if you compare with this charger here, this is the usual silicon one that we are using. 19.5 volts at 10.3 amps, which is around 210, is it? Yeah, I'll leave some math on the screen here. This is 200 something watts, this big. And then this is GAN 280 watts, remember that. And this one is a 280 watt charger as well, and you can see the difference in size. They both weigh more or less the same, I think. Don't really have a weighing scale with me, but you can see the size difference. This is the true advantage of GAN chargers, especially useful for your laptops. And now we have the Aero series of laptops. This is the Aero 16 OLED 2023 model. So as you can see here, the entire thing is CNC milled and real thin and real minimalist in terms of design. It is meant for creators. Super nice OLED display and color calibrated with less than 1 of Delta E, up to Core i9 13900H with up to RTX 4070, which is real powerful if you want to use it for technically whatever you want to do. Creation software, you know, Premiere Pro, After Effects, all of those stuff. And the Aero laptops are also available in 2 sizes. So the one that we looked at just now was the 16-inch version. This is the 14-inch version, both of them OLED screens. Same, less than 1 Delta E calibration as well. So good stuff. So this is the FO48U, which is of course a 48-inch big gaming display, and of course we are running it on a PS5 right now, and it does have HDMI 2.1 and whatnot. It is also the biggest gaming display made by AORUS to date, and I'm not really good at Elden Ring, so you'll just see me dodge around, avoiding getting killed by this guy. Oh! This motherboard here is the Z790 AORUS Master X, and the X denotes an even more advanced version of the non-X versions. So what do we have here? Number 1 is the latch. Please, Doogie, I hold for you, then you do. The quick latch system is present on the M.2 for the first slot and also all of the other slots. Yes. 4, 5. Okay, 5 M.2 SSD slots. So the quick release system is real simple. You can even do it one-handed. That's real good actually. I shouldn't have done that. And then we also have the latch system where we mentioned earlier, but this one you can see it has the ultra durable PCIe armor as well, which is secured to the back of the motherboard as well. Oh wow, the entire backplate is a reinforcement. And then one more thing is this dangling cable here. You got a very fancy looking antenna, and this is actually for Wi-Fi 7. One thing that they highlighted is that the top one is more directional, where this one is more of a broadcast to receive all of the signal and also transmission. See from this. Oh, so this is the direction. Then this one got no symbol. But anyway, just face this to your router, this direction. And this one is the Z790 AORUS XTREME X, which is a level above this, and you also got the features like we mentioned just now, the latch for releasing the M.2 SSD heatsinks and Wi-Fi 7 PCIe armor reinforcement. They call it the ultra durable PCIe armor. And now we also have this super big heatsink for your main M.2 SSD. Real good for PCIe Gen 5. And lastly, this big display here, which shows your status of your PC, temperature, VRAM, oh, as big as your phone. And that is the end of our product tour for Gigabyte / AORUS for Computex 2023. Of course, we'll have even more coverage for Gigabyte as well. We'll do a tour booth video coming soon. Do subscribe to watch that as well when it comes out. And of course, we will have even more other brands coverage in Computex 2023. So stay tuned.